Okay, proud family fans. Like I said in my initial video where I did like pretty much my thoughts on the first two episodes of the Proud Family Louder and Prouder, I would kind of maybe do a video here or there to chime in when I felt like there was an episode like I really wanted to talk about. And season 1, episode 7, When You Wish Upon a Roker. This episode is what I wish the series was, what a lot of fans were hoping. Like, yeah, I hope this is when the kids are like in college or something as opposed to still being stuck in middle school. But yeah, this was a great episode. Again, I wish this is what the series was. Perhaps this episode was kind of like, hey, you know what? This is the show we kind of wanted to bring back. And, instead we decided to go the safer route by just making it, them still being in middle school. Or the kids in high school. Honestly, I forgot since episode 1. But essentially, just to kind of give you a synopsis. Frustrated by Oscar's overbearing parenting, Penny wishes to be a grown-up, specifically a sophomore in a college. Al Roker grants her wish, turning Penny and her friends into college co-eds. So, I believe Penny says she's 19, and they time jump about, 5 years? So, yeah. She's 19. She wanted all of her friends involved. Long story short, her and Kareem are on a date at a musical called Benedict, aka a parody of Hamilton. Oscar interrupts, ruins the date, even though him and Kareem actually get along pretty well after the fact. And she goes up to a room. She's just tired of, my parents are overbearing. Well, specifically my dad. He, put like a parental block on my computer so I can only be online for only a specific amount of time. Then I have to go to bed. Then apparently she has like a burner phone her uncle Bobby gave her. And then that's where she sees an ad for Al Roker. And of course, flashbacks ensue, which I actually really like, where, the BB and CC becoming, teenagers as opposed to adults, or when the parents disappear. Some of my favorite episodes of the series. Well, actually, the one where the parents disappear, not the one where BB and Cece grew up, because that was yet another episode that showed Penny has a trash family and friends. But regardless, she makes a deal with Roker, signs the contract to, be a college sophomore with all of her friends. Mind you, she did not ask her friends to, do this. She decided for them, but she did actually get a link that she could send to all of her friends, so technically they filled it out, so it was on them, but whatever. So she wakes up on the grounds of Peoria University, PU essentially, and all of her friends, have changed. And let me just say that Zoe, as a fan of redheads, had the best glow up. And when the kids are in their college personas and ages, they are not voiced by the same actors, just to put that in perspective. Zoe, my God. Oh, man. All right, so Maya, I don't dislike Maya, but she's just the woke character, and there's only so much, you can do with that. So she's an activist. La Cienega is studying like criminal justice. She has her own car. Michael is become part of a fraternity, while Dejanay is an RA, but also like big sister of the fraternity. So, Michael is pledging. KJ has a drone that he built, like, able to carry him around and another person around campus and whatnot. And Zoe, like I said, she had the best glow up, and she can sing. So from there, Dejanay shows Penny the dorms. The reason I'm doing a video about this isn't just because this is what I wish the show was when it came back on the air, but also the fact that they nailed the relatability, or the accuracy of how the college system works, if you will. Is just so on point. Obviously, the highlight for me was when Penny was trying to return her mountain of textbooks to the bookstore, which she paid over $1,000 for. And she only got $3.50. When I tell you how accurate that is, it's basically returning textbooks at the end of the semester to a college bookstore is the equivalent level of frustration when you bring like a bag full of video games and try to sell them to GameStop. You will get a piss poor refund. And at least with GameStop, they usually give you more if you get it like store credit as opposed to getting cash. Whereas in the bookstores, it's pretty much one and the same. You can get a Barnes & Noble gift card, or you can simply get the cash. But regardless, it is a frustrating thing. So, they live on the same dorm, which is co-ed. Kareem has a bedroom right next to, I believe, Penny and Zoe. And, Penny tries to live the life of a student, but her friends kind of drag her into partying. So, from dance parties on the dorm room floor to Dejanay and Maya quitting their class, the English literature class, which is taught by a character who looks suspiciously similar to Sherman Klump. But yeah, if a professor literally brags to you about the pass-fail ratio of their class, it's a good idea for you to drop that class. So from there, they go to karaoke night, they go to protest, and I think they had a parody of the Popeyes chicken sandwich because of Dejanay shoving the spicy sandwich in Maya's mouth, and she loves it. I think Penny buys a car on a student discount. It's just like everybody's having a good time. So from there, after they leave karaoke night, everybody's like, hey, I got a meeting tomorrow, I got to study, I got class, I got practice. And it's like, wait, I thought we were supposed to be partying. So she dines and dashes on a $210, bill at the diner they're at for karaoke. And from there, everybody leaves because, Penny's partying, but she's also sleeping in class and gets Fs. And, everybody decides, hey, you know what? Roker gave us a week to change our mind, and I want to go back to be 14-year-old. So Penny's the only one left, and she just waits in her room while everybody leaves. I mean, even Kareem leaves. Now, I've seen some debate because, yeah, Penny and her friends are Penny's friends are trash, but in this situation, I don't think they're trash for leaving her because they all signed separate documents. So, yeah, originally I'm like, oh, wow, I thought Penny was the one who turned them all into college students because of her wish, but no, her wish led to them being sent the documents, but it was up to them to sign it. And they decided, you know what? After not even a full week, I'm about to leave. I'm good. I'll, live my life and eventually get to college because, it's not what it's all cracked up to be. I mean, when you're 14 and you jump into the life of an adult, seemingly enough, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. And it's better to, grow up naturally, hopefully mature as time goes on, and you'll be able to do what you need to do. Because like Penny was saying, look, we don't have anybody around to tell us what to do. And Kareem is like, just because there's no one around to tell us what we need to do, that doesn't mean it needs to be done. I mean, that comes with like doing chores like laundry, washing dishes, make sure you make your bed, or, doing your homework, getting to class on time, going to meetings, working a job or whatever. So Penny, I can't stand them. But I don't feel bad for her. There are some people like, well, Kareem was the one that grabbed her from her room to dance when she was trying to study. Yeah, that was one moment, but she did the same thing to him later in the episode. And all the times that she would go out and party, that wasn't on her friends. That was on her because she chose to do that. But, it gets to the point where after everybody leaves, things just start going wrong. She gets an eviction notice from dropping classes and not attending classes and, not paying for anything. So from there, she goes to the registrar's office, which is a word that just burns in my brain because of Liberty. She meets Myron, who's voiced by Jaden Smith, and he had a glow up in himself looking like Questlove, very shorter and thinner. But basically, she's told that the big guy, aka Roker, is the dean, and basically in order to pay off all of her debt, she has to, sell a bag full of stuff from a Baby's Kids DVD to like a mixtape, incense and whatnot, and basically solicit in barbershops and whatnot, and also go to class and pass. And she's failing at all those things. So when things look bad, Big O comes to her dorm, aka Oscar, who allegedly was sent a link to the contract by Dejanay in order to save Penny. So her friends actually have her back. Remember, she chose to stay there and wait for the time to run out on her contract. So that was on her. But essentially, he has to make a 94-foot shot in order to save Penny, or both of them will be trapped by Roker forever, because apparently he works for the guy downstairs, which explains a lot, actually. So the little Rokers are back, and in the midst of a lot of tricks and other ways to mess up Oscar, he makes the basketball shot, and both of them are sent back to their regular lives in the present. And Penny apologizes to her dad for admitting that despite being embarrassing, he is someone who really loves and cares about his daughter, given everything that she went through. So, like I said, this was definitely a great episode. I really wish the series was them in college. I don't know, maybe depending on how long Louder and Prouder lasts, maybe there will be, eventually, a series where they're in their college years. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's interesting, aside from the Nutty Professor parody, I believe that it was mentioned somewhere online that Penny actually looks like Selena in terms of her appearance and outfit when she gets to college, which I think is pretty cool. But aside from that, yeah, this was a very, 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 very good episode. If you haven't watched the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, I recommend watching this episode. Again, season 1, episode 7, When You Wish Upon a Roker. Just the realistic nature of college, being able to balance, academic and social life, making smart choices, budgeting your money, taking the right classes, making sure you. What did my friend tell me before I even went to campus? He was a student at high school with me, and we both went to Liberty. He was on campus while I was online my first semester. His only advice was like, look, straightforward, get to class on time, don't get hit by a bus. And that's what I went to college with. And it pretty accurate stuff, guys. But regardless, I really think that the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder is getting good, really good. I mean, it captures the spirit of the original series, but obviously it's a bit more mature in some ways. And yeah, I can't wait to see what they do next. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit subscribe and hit the bell icon to select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel.